The minis are condensed, they're small, and will really feel at home when you're already chatting with your best friends on Snapchat.
Today, a discussion with Snap Mini's product leads and some of its new partners. How are minis different from Snapchat apps or games, and how do you build one? Welcome to the Snapchat 2020 Partner Summit breakout session, all about minis, the next small thing. I'm Danny Trinh in New York. Let's meet some of the panelists we're talking to today.
Hi, so I'm Nathoo. I'm Head of Brand Experiences and Social Impact at Headspace, and I'm in LA.
Hi, I'm Eirinberg. I'm a product designer at Snapchat, and I am currently in Santa Monica, California.
I'm Matthew Bakal, chairman of Atom Tickets. I'm in Los Angeles.
Hey, I'm Mandia. I'm a product manager at Snapchat, and I'm outside of New York City right now.
To kick things off and give us a better understanding of minis, we have the Dylan Eirinberg and Patrick Mandia here from the product team. They're going to talk about some of the motivations behind why minis were built, some of the powerful feature sets now available, and how you can bring your own mini to life on the Snapchat platform. Welcome, Dylan and Patrick. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm good.
The most important question before we get started, what's your favorite lens and why?
Favorite Snapcam lens is the microwaving pizza. I love to cook, and it throws people off every time they receive it.
My favorite is this lens called Fruity that puts a lot of tropical fruits around your head.
So Dylan, what are minis?
Well, minis are bite-sized utilities made for Snapchat. They're made in HTML5, which means that they work cross-platform on Android and iOS, no installation required. They live next to games in our chat drawer, which means that all you need to do is tap one to open it. And because minis live inside Snapchat, partners can directly integrate friends into the experience. And we're really excited about the possibilities that this opens up.
It sounds like a mini could be anything.
Yeah, so Snapchat is about being in the moment, and we think the same principles will apply to minis. So specific and actionable use cases will work best. Things like ticketing or health and fitness with Atom and Headspace. We also think a lot of utilities like school schedules or citizen initiatives like voter registration will work really well on the platform.
Wow, so why is the Friends integration such a big deal for minis?
Well, when we first started looking into the space 3 or so years ago, we realized that despite everyone being connected on their phones nearly 24/7, there weren't a lot of experiences that brought friends closer together. Most mobile games today are these single-player, isolated experiences, something that I would play on an airplane. And on the flip side, there are utility apps, something like making a dinner reservation. And even though this should be social because you make a dinner reservation often with friends, what ends up happening is one person makes the reservation themselves and then sends the reservation out after the fact. And we really think that this could be much more social than it is today. And we think that Snapchat has a lot to offer.
There's so many companies out there that should be building minis. What types of companies do minis make sense for?
I think all sizes. YOLO started out with the two founders in the south of France, and they've had major success. But at the same time, we've been able to work with other major internet companies like Spotify and Reddit. So we're really hoping to get the same diversity with minis. And we really think the best partners will be those whose products really revolve around shared activities. So if you want to make a dinner reservation or study for a test together, something that you're doing with other people. Since your best friends are already on Snapchat, we really think the minis can benefit from those friendships and communication that's already happening there.
What other things should developers know about?
Well, a lot of developers already know this, but it's really hard to make iOS and Android apps. And if you want to have it cross-platform, you have to build the same thing twice. So we think that HTML5 provides a lot of advantages. It's also really hard to get distribution. And because this is a new platform and we're working with select partners to start, we think that there's a lot of opportunities here. Once one user starts using your mini, it's really easy for them to get their friends into the experience. Notably, we have two features, share to camera and share to chat, which lets any developer share content from their mini into the Snapchat camera as a sticker or into a chat message. Something that we're really excited about. And this is for both games and minis. We have this bottom bar at the bottom of the screen. And then this brings Snapchat features directly into minis and games.
Well, and I know this is gonna be really exciting to see minis become a new platform. And you've seen teams like YOLO invent brand new formats on top of it. What are you expecting to see from developers and our partners as they build minis?
Yeah, so we're hoping to see a lot of the continued success that we've already seen with SnapKit and games. I'm personally really excited about the new surface areas that people will be able to create. So for example, with Prediction Master, one of our launch minis, Snapchatters are able to keep track of what's going on in the world through a new prediction format. And it just creates a new way, a new reason to speak to your closest friends. I also think new social behaviors. So with YOLO, for example, we've seen people change how they post to stories to reflect the conversations they're trying to have with their friends. And at the end of the day, we're just excited to see the creativity from our developer community.
Thank you so much for sharing with us and letting us know a little more about minis.
My pleasure. This was a lot of fun.
Of course. Thanks, Danny.
Next, I'm excited to introduce Headspace's head of brand experiences and social impact, Nathoo. She'll talk about how they used Headspace Mini to create safe spaces among friends, what it was like working with Snap, and helping Snapchatters find their inner calm. All right, well, I'm really excited to be talking with you today, Alice. What is Headspace?
In terms of Headspace itself, we have been established for 10 years now. So our mission is to improve the health and happiness of the world. No small task. And we're the most science-backed meditation app on the market. And we really just teach mindfulness. So that's the ability to be present with a kind heart and open mind, and really to help improve not only your own health and happiness, but those around you.
Yeah, I know that I've been using Headspace since its early days, and I absolutely love the product, and I know so many more people will. So we have some really interesting and exciting stuff to talk about today, because there's the Headspace Mini, which was built with the Snapchat team here. Could you tell us, what is the Headspace Mini?
Sure. So really it's a way for Snapchatters to get some headspace within Snap. It's a collection of short audio meditations, some advice, some stickers, and all of that content can be shared within the camera or within chat. But really more than that, it's a way for friends to really support each other in their mental health. I think it's a way for real friends to really check in. In fact, we call it the vibe check.
Wow, well, I love the vibe there, and so I think it definitely passes the vibe check. Taking a step back, Headspace has so many folks that could build with. Why Snapchat?
So for us, it presented an amazing opportunity to really meet people where they are. It's something we've always done as a meditation app. And with Snap, there are these millions of young people who are talking to their friends every day. We conducted some research and we saw a great need in this sort of younger generation. I mean, really for all of us right now, to help support our mental health a bit more. To the point that 4 out of 5 young people interviewed cited stress, anxiety and depression as a major problem. And so we just thought it was an amazing opportunity to bring our content and tools to a platform where young people are talking to each other and doing that in a way that they could do it responsibly to support their mental health.
Wow. Could you say more? I've heard about this white paper and all this research that you've been doing with Snapchat.
In the research specifically, we really looked into what those things were that Snapchatters wanted help with. And then we were able to take those exact topics and map it to our content. So we were able to see, for example, that they needed help to alleviate anxiety. So we've got a kick the panic exercise. We saw that they were stressed out, so we've got breathing exercises. We saw that there were issues around self-esteem, and so we put in exercises to help people be a bit kinder to themselves.
Could you talk a little bit about why you're excited about this partnership in general?
Sure, well, it really came from the top. Evan, the founder of Snap, met with Rich, our co-founder, and they really realised they had this shared mission to really be looking out for the mental health of this younger generation. And for us, we see the skills of mindfulness and meditation really as an amazing preventative measure. And this is particularly important in this younger age group, just because when we're in our late teens and early 20s, we're still doing all of our social emotional learning that's really going to help establish really healthy relationships in later life. So we were just really excited to be able to do this with a partner where that was equally as important, to create tools that can really help their users.
Well, that's so very exciting. Well, thank you so much, Alice, for giving us a peek behind the scenes, building the Headspace Mini, and also sharing a vision for the future.
Thank you very much.
Next, I'm excited to talk to one of our Minis partners, Bakal, the CEO of Atom Tickets. We'll be discussing the process of building the Atom Mini, how they engage the Snap audience, and look ahead to the future. It's really nice to be with you today. I know that I've used Atom, but for the folks that don't know Atom, or for the very few that don't know what Atom is, what is Atom?
So we're the most social, convenient movie ticketing platform. We have about 95 different theater chains who sell tickets via Atom, and we let you invite your friends, we let you pre-order your concessions, skip all the lines, and get to your movie quickly.
I'm very curious. So you have an Atom Tickets app, and now you're gonna have this Atom's Mini that fits inside of Snapchat and makes it super accessible to the massive global Snapchat community. In your eyes, how does the Atom Mini fit alongside the Atom Tickets app?
At Atom, we've always been about social movie going. We think movies are better experienced on the big screen, with your friends, with your family, so we always wanted to make it easy to invite your friends. But of course, where are all your friends already hanging out? They're on Snapchat. So we think of it as sort of as an extension of Atom, and then an extension of Snap sort of back onto Atom when we use Login Kit and Creative Kit to enjoy some of the Snap features on top of Atom. And whether you start your purchase experience and discovery on Snapchat itself and then finish there, fantastic. Whether you start on Atom and then post it back to your Snap story, fantastic. We just want to make it as convenient as possible, however you start your day.
One thing I really loved was seeing the little Bitmojis show up on the movie ticket seats. I think everyone at home would love to learn a little more about that experience of building a Mini, and what were you expecting going in? So can you share?
Yeah, so listen, we're thrilled to be the first class of minis with Snap. People are having the conversation natively about what they want to see, about what they're doing Friday night with their friends. So for us, let's bring that ticketing experience, that sort of closed loop e-commerce right into Snapchat. But to have access to the Snapchat audience, again, who's natively already there and already movie lovers, over 50% of tickets are bought by the Snapchat consumers. That's just an unparalleled opportunity.
So for some of our partners and some of the folks who are considering building their own Mini, can you give us your third-party perspective behind the scenes of what your team felt going through the experience working with like Dylan and Patrick and the team?
We have great engineers, we have great product folks, we have great designers at Atom, and so does Snap. And I think that when people look at it, they're going to see it's hard to say what's Atom and what's Snapchat. It's so tightly coupled and integrated, and it's really seamless. So that was what we were going for, and I think it turned out better than many of us thought it could at the beginning.
One area that I'd love to dive into is, look at this call we're in right now. You're at home, I'm at home, and I'm certain the entertainment industry has been absolutely crushed, and it'll probably emerge a little different after COVID. How do you see this Mini slotting into how Atom, in a larger way, is going to help the industry get back on its feet?
So look, I mean, the entertainment industry, like almost every other industry, has been hit hard by COVID, and it's going to be some slow steps back, taking safety into account, health and safety first, of course. But the movie theaters have been preparing for the last couple of months, new procedures for keeping everything clean, keeping everything safe, keeping the seats a little bit distant from one another. And when you pull up those seat maps inside of Snapchat, inside of the Atom Mini, what you'll see is social distance seating. You'll be able to put your Bitmoji in your seat and invite your friend to sit beside you or 2 spaces over from you, whatever you prefer. And when you look at the slate that's coming out, whether it's Wonder Woman 1984, Top Gun, James Bond, Black Widow, there's so many great movies coming. And we already know that Snapchat users account for over 50% of movie tickets in the US. So again, this is where the consumers are. Let's make it as easy for them to make that plan and go out with their friends. I'm really excited about going back to the movies, and I think a lot of people are, right? We've all been in our homes. We can consume a lot of great content on your TVs, but at the end of the day, I think there's a real hunger and passion to meet up with your friends, meet up with your family, and go share an experience together. Last year, only about 1/3 of moviegoers bought tickets digitally. I think that's going to change really rapidly, so people don't need to pull out their wallets, don't need to touch kiosks, can do it all on their own phones. And I think that the movie tickets by Atom Mini is going to be a big part of that, accelerating the sort of digital future for movie ticketing.
Well, I'm excited for it. Thank you for sharing, Matthew.
Thank you.
Now, one last question I'd like to pose to everyone. Where do you see Snap Minis going in the future?
Well, it's still early days. We only have a few minis to start, and we really think that we're just scratching the surface. We think that minis can be almost anything. I'm particularly really excited about co-viewing and co-listening, and I can't wait to see where minis goes.
Looking a year, 2 years from now, having a Snap Mini to extend a lot of the amazing apps on your phone and bring the best parts of these other products into Snapchat would be amazing. We think the minis are condensed, They're small and will really feel at home when you're already chatting with your best friends on Snapchat.
I mean, the future of minis is so expansive. There's so many other fun things to think about when you think about getting together with your friends, going out for a night, sharing an experience, buying a t-shirt to wear on that experience, going to dinner before the movie. How many things can I just plan and execute right inside Snapchat?
I think bigger picture, the real opportunity is to create a space for vulnerable and genuine one-to-one conversations between friends. And if we could help this younger generation somewhat shift from maybe having never experienced mindfulness and meditation before to really seeing it as part of something they can have in their daily routine, that will really sort of set them up for later life. And I think be able to do that with the Snap community is incredible.
That wraps up our discussion on Snap Minis, the next small thing. Make sure you tune in for the rest of the Snap Partner Summit conversations. We're covering everything from the Snap camera, some of our top creators, as well as the Snap generation. Thanks for joining. Take care.